Welcome to another Figuring Out Japan video. We sell all the coolest Japanese collectibles and figurines straight out of Japan, and you can find out more details about us in the description of this video, including our Facebook page and our online store. So in this video I'm actually going to be talking about these figures that you see in front of you, of course, and these are actually from my own personal collection. It's been a collection that, or a set that I've been working on for a while, and I've finally been able to get the ones that I wanted, and I thought it would be worth sharing with people because I think this line of figures probably isn't the best known line. It was released I think back around 2009, might have been 2011, I think it was 2009. So some people really aren't even aware that these figures actually exist, but I'm really glad to have this collection. You'll notice obviously what I've done here is I've got the fathers, the Bardock and King Vegeta, and then you go out with, you know, his son, and his son shows you Goku and Gohan, and then the two sons there, which is Vegeta and Trunks. Of course you could display these any way you want. But yeah, now there are actually two other figures in this line, which is the Goku and Vegeta. So they're the non-Super Saiyan forms, but I don't currently have those, and I probably won't get them, to be honest. But yeah, the line, as I think I said before, is the Legend of Saiyan. So you can actually see, actually you probably can't see that very well, but it does say the Legend of Saiyan on the base, and they have these blue hexagonal semi-transparent bases, so that's how you know if it's a Legend of Saiyan figure. And some of these are actually really hard to get. They're really collectible, some of these. I'd say the Bardock is probably the hardest to get, and also the Gohan in particular. I think these two in particular are very hard to find in Japan. Of course, if you are fortunate enough to find one, they are very expensive. So some of these are really collectibles. I know some collectors, particularly overseas, may not like the shininess of these figures. They are a bit colloquially known as the Christmas decoration figures. I personally love them. I think you know, collectors in Japan really like them because they are, you know, as I said, they are really quite hard to find, some of them. So, but yeah, people sometimes leave comments and say, you know, like, what lines are you into now, and what sort of displays do you have? So I actually display these with these figures as well, which is the Uzaru Vegeta creatures, and the Prince Vegeta Ichiban Kuji, which looks really good with the King Vegeta figure. The lighting just went really strange there. And that's kind of my Saiyan Saga display. But I haven't actually reviewed some of the figures in this line, so I'll just give you a closer look at these. So this is actually one of my favorite figures. When I first came to Japan, I was like, wow, a figure of King Vegeta, because, you know, we never had one of these released overseas, a figure of King Vegeta. So this is one of my favorite figures in my collection. It's a beautiful figure, lots of nice detail with his necklace. I think I have reviewed this figure on its own, but just a really cool figure. I even love the, it's a bit hard to show on the camera if we can get it into focus, but even the pins to hold his cape have like little texturing. I don't know if you can see that, you probably can't, but that's King Vegeta. And then Super Saiyan Vegeta. Love the hair, love the detailing. The eyes probably aren't that great, but I think the rest of the figure, I really like the different toning and shading in the legs. So pretty impressive looking figure. And then, as I've said many times before, Trunks is actually my favorite character in Dragon Ball, and I think this is a really cool Trunks figure. Again, just love the shading in the hair. He's got his sword, and he's just looking really, really badass. So that's the Trunks, Super Saiyan Trunks. And then we have the Goku. This is probably my least favorite of the 6, just because I think they made the neck a little bit too short. You'll notice that his chin is just, it just looks very low to me. I don't know. It just doesn't quite look right, but it's okay. So again, just nice coloring and texture of that. I'm showing this one now because I don't think the last 2 I've actually shown before on this channel, so I've left these to last. So this is the Bardock, and it does have a Scouter, which back when this was released would have been a really big deal. So that's really cool that we get the Scouter, because the S-Culture's Bardock did not have the Scouter. And again, just some nice texturing and coloring on the arms. So I also like the texturing here. So that's actually how it's painted. It's not the lighting for this video. It is very bright here and then very dark on either side. And again, just really sort of blacks and dark blues for the pants, and the feet also look pretty cool. So overall, just a really nice figure of Bardock. I wasn't going to get this actually because of the S-Cultures. I do have the S-Cultures Bardock, which I think is probably a better overall figure. But I think this, I just like, you know, this as a display to have with the whole family. And then the other rare one, which is the Super Saiyan Gohan. I actually have the Irwin Toy caped Gohan that they released back in the early 2000s, which looks quite similar to this, but this is definitely a better quality, more detailed figure. I mean, it was released nearly 10 years after, so it's not surprising that that is the case. But again, quite a cool figure. And I like the eyes, how they've actually fully enclosed them here. You'll notice that if I compare it back to the Vegeta, there's sort of no lines on the bottom of the eye. Near his nose here, you'll notice that there's no black line, it just stops. So I think that looks a little bit strange, but I noticed with the Gohan they did fully enclose the eyes there. So is that focusing? Yeah. But again, really cool hair and nice detailing and coloring on the cape. I don't think you can take the cape off. No. So I think these all come as one piece. I mean, the bases you can take off. I should have showed that before when I was trying to show the name. But the figure, all the figures are just one piece. So yeah, that's the Gohan. So pretty cool looking. And I actually love the bases. My favorite color is blue, and I just love the sort of semi-transparent look. Just looks very futuristic. Really nice. I might just quickly show these figures. This is actually really rare, this one as well. And there were 2 versions, 2 slightly different colored versions. The mold's the same. But they are, Banpresto is going to release in September 2017 a Uzaru Vegeta creator. So I would recommend not paying a lot of money to get this older figure and just getting that one when it's released, because it'll be cheaper. And we do have that for pre-order on our store. But yeah, I still probably like this one better, because the creator one, he's kind of standing up more, which I personally don't like as much, but it doesn't really matter. And then this one I've also reviewed, but I'll just give you a quick look. So this is the Ichiban Kuji Prince Vegeta, which again just looks really nice with his daddy. So yeah, that's my kind of Saiyan display. Of course, you could do, you could do other things. You could have the Saiyan spaceship, or you could put, Broly in the back. You could do, a whole bunch of things. I think that's the fun of collecting, personally. Yeah. Now, a lot of these figures, so most of the Legend of Saiyans we don't actually usually stock in our store, just because they are very rare. But we can get them for you on special request. So if you are interested in buying these, we can get them for you. So I'd love to hear your comments, and maybe you have some of these figures in your own collection. What do you think of them? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Yeah, love to hear or see your comments below. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.